Shalom to the nation of Israel. We'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Akadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth and rule well. Citations to the men, children, and women out there, that believe in this truth of ours, So it's the brother Yahweh Shai, and for the great branch of Great Millstone coming in with a lesson, So we're gonna go into the day of the Lord and Jacob's trouble, So we're gonna start off with Jeremiah 30:7.
Let me get it for you. Alright, there we go. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
So Jacob's trouble is the time of our people in distress, in great distress, Why? Because the economy collapsed, Esau coming down with great wrath, because what we teach about and coming up against them,
Those times are really coming near. You really have to start looking into seeing around the world that the the government has just pretty much let out an article a few days ago, and it pretty much said that over 50 plus major companies are dropping all their employees by the end of the year. Then you also have December 13th with that Digibuck. Then you have people that don't realize that what was it? Oh, that they just released a law, not a law. They're trying to release a law. They pretty much say that they can get rid of pretty much the word of the Lord.
Man, we're trying to, and eventually it's going to be the family of the word, You see what they're doing with Kanye, Kyrie, Andrew Tate, people that try to speak the truth, They're gonna try to silence us eventually,
And you see, the difference is now is back then that was happening, nobody really seen it, but now it's happening on a major level. You're seeing it on TV now. You're seeing it. A person to say one thing, and within a matter of 24 hours, now you're seeing a whole thing break out.
Some readers in NLT, verse 7, it says, in all of history, there has never been such a time of terror. Why? Because going to be people uprising against one another, seditions amongst men, people rising up against their governments. Like we seen what happened in Bangladesh, They was taking out their, I don't think it's prime minister, but it's pretty much their leader, They pretty much ran him out of his country, It says, it will be a time of trouble for my people Israel. Yet in the end, they shall be saved. So who shall be saved? Not all of our people will be saved, like when the time of Exodus, time we was in Egypt and got delivered. Now this time it's only going to be the elect,
I got that for you.
You know what I'm saying? And the Lord's people is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and the Seminole Indians,
All right, this is Zechariah 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. So just like what he just said, not all shall be saved. So two parts therein shall be cut off and die. So 2 parts out of the 3, only 1/3 are going to be saved. So that other 2 is going to be destroyed by different things, which is in what's it called? Let me get it. Jeremiah 15:2.
When he going to different things, he mean, the modern day sword, famine, wild beast, and eventually the nuclear missiles, along with the chariot fire, the concentrated fire from chariots.
Jeremiah 15:2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as for death to death, such as for the sword to the sword, such as for the famine to the famine, such as for captivity to captivity. So pretty much he just listed different things that people can get caught up by. These different things you just seen, sword to the sword. The sword is multiple things. The sword could be these shots that they're giving you. The sword can be these the guns that they can have these people having. You have to think it's going to be different things happening in this day. When all that stuff collapse, people are going to start thinking, well, who going to stop me?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do about it?
Yep.
So everybody's going to start thinking, it's me and I don't care about you. Seditions amongst men, once again.
John.
Such as to the famine. So pretty much when these stores start looking real shy, it's nothing on the what's it called, shelves, then you're gonna start really hurting. You're gonna start really seeing like, dang, I should have took this serious when I seen it the first go around. Cause it was a little sign back in what was that, like 2020, 2019 when all that stuff started happening.
What you mean?
I don't know if I can say it.
Say it best you can. You already know how they be.
Bovid.
Oh yeah, that that C-19,
Yeah. So that was like a test trial. That was to see how you guys react to it. That was to see, okay, let's categorize them into who's the sheep and who's gonna really, I gotta get him out of here because he's gonna mess up what I got going on.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of you went straight to it. A lot of you didn't think twice.
They ran it straight down to the to Egypt, They
I
trusted in the shadow of Egypt.
I got that. I got you.
So
Isaiah 30.
Yeah, come on.
Isaiah 30 verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with the covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So you have to understand what he just said. Woe to the rebellious children. Who are the rebellious children? The children of Israel, the 12 tribes. Everybody else he doesn't care about. But those few people, those are the ones that he has chosen, so those are the ones he's going to punish. So you have to understand that the Lord is only talking to us, first off. Saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. So pretty much you have turned your hand at him and said, I don't need you. I have all these other guys. Why do I need you? So,
yep, and just adding what the brother just saying, it's not just so-called idols, It's now it's modern idols, so-called money. People worship money. People
mammon.
Worship. Yeah, exactly. People worship mammon. People worship celebrities. People that don't even know they exist.
Roughly paraphrasing that, Matthew is pretty much say you cannot serve two.
Yep.
You will love one and hate the other. You cannot serve the Lord and mammon, and that mammon meant that money.
Nowadays people worship politics. They think these so-called politicians and kings and presidents can deliver them out of anything.
Do not trust in what's called arms or flesh.
Yeah, the arms of men.
Yeah,
the power of men. Because at the end of the day, it's not sufficient.
What can it do for you? Okay. Continuing on, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. What is that covering? That's that philosophy of what you've been indoctrinated in, growing up in this what's it called, society. Pretty much saying like the laws are done away with. I can eat pork. I can do what I want. I can sin and just come back and say, "Oh Lord, forgive me," but really don't even know who you really worship.
Yep.
You think you know who you worship, but you really don't know who you worship. So, and then I sin to sin. That's Esau. He's pretty much told you it's okay to do this. It's okay to do that. That's why he says land of the free. Free of what? Free of the laws and the statutes and commandments of the Lord.
And this country, is really ran under Satan. This country is really satanic and Satan worshippers, because you look into pretty much the law of Aleister Crowley, so-called head Satanist. That was a while back. It was a law saying do what thou will, and that's what this country follows. Be free to do whatever you want. Nobody could judge me. Only God could judge me. And that God that he was talking about is so-called Satan.
And they show you, right? They show you with these celebrities. They show you. They put it right in your face, and you think it's, oh, that's nothing. That's cool. No, that's not. What you got?
You get verse 2 and 3. Let me go to the next precept.
Oh, I forgot. Slack it. Verse 2. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth.
So what's that modern day Egypt? And I'll let you get the rest. that modern day Egypt is so-called United States, America, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it called that? Because all Egypt means is house of bondage, you know. And that's why people was put in bondage, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So-called transatlantic slave trade. You got it.
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
You know, so how people trust in so-called America, you know, the politics here, you know, the things that you see in the media, you know, the presidents.
Exactly. They're going with the flow. They understand. They pretty much think, oh, it's all gonna settle down. It's gonna go back to normal. But what is norm?
I got a what's the name for you? A definition. This is recency bias. Recency bias. Where's the right definition at?
I'm trying to get
Recency bias. I'm trying to get the right definition. So pretty much, well, let me go to it. So pretty much recency bias is pretty much people see what's going on in the world and what's right in front of them, but they'll turn a blind eye to it, you know. So people are willingly ignorant to the fact of that's what's going on, you know. And eventually, you know, that's gonna be their demise. What you gonna get?
normal. The etymology of normal, meaning conforming to common standards or established order or usage. Regular, usual is attested from 1828, but probably it's older than the record. So pretty much it's saying that people go with the flow. If they say don't do this, you're not going to do that. If they say do this, you're going to do it. So pretty much you think that what's really going on is good, but it's really bad.
You know, everything flipped upside down, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You want to get...
Oh, wait, what was I? Continue on.
Verse 3.
Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust and shadow of Egypt your confusion.
You know, so you're going to be disgraced, you know? Because you followed the American way, the American dream, you know? You follow after the so-called politicians, the people that have no interest in what you need, you know?
If the blind lead the blind, they shall both fall into a ditch.
Exactly.
Then the Lord also said pretty much, what's it called? Don't hand you on the hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much meaning, no matter what you do, it's either you're going to come be with us, or you're going to be with them.
Who you going to serve?
Exactly. So you go with them, they're going to get punished regardless. But if you go with them, you're going to get punished now too. You get to get punished now through the Spirit, or you can get punished on the altar. And that altar meaning America.
You know, and I got a quick picture just to back you up. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 7. Yeah, I was already in chapter 7, starting at verse 18. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things, you know. So the righteous people that's trying to do the right things for the Lord, we're going to suffer, you know. We're going to go through affliction, you know, on this side right now. And hope for the wide. We hoping for the kingdom of heaven, you know. That's what we look forward to. But then it says, for they that have done wickedly, you know, the people that trust in the shadow of Egypt, you know, people that's you know, that like I said, trust in the shadow of Egypt, you know, that are idol worshipers, you know, worshipers on themselves, you know.
So I got a precept because we never finished it.
Con.
Zechariah 13:9. Verse 8. I'm sorry again. It shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So that's pretty much breaking down what the brother just said. You have the ones that are trusting in the shadow of Egypt, they're going to die. But then you have the ones that are trusting in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Those are the ones that are going to be left therein. He's going to start it over. He's going to pretty much raise up the ones that have been staying true to him and staying rooted. And he's going to give them new bodies. He's going to save them.
Con.
Everybody else, you're going to die to a nuke. and they will go to change different things depending on who you are. And I will bring the third part, verse 9. Now I will bring the third part through the fire, and refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. They shall say, the Lord is my power.
Okay. Let me just finish up this middle of this verse. Let me start verse 18 again. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things. You know, they will go through affliction and hope for the kingdom of heaven. For they that have done wickedly, the people that trust in the shadow of Egypt, that's idol worshippers, that worship themselves, you know, that do everything contrary to the Lord, have suffered straits, they shall be just like us going through affliction, and yet shall not see the wise. So, you know, they're going to be destroyed on this side, you know. They won't see the kingdom of heaven on the first go around. They have to be born through the loins of the elect.
Did we finish that Amos 5 and 18?
I don't think we even went to it.
That was the other video that had.
Yeah.
Okay. Amos 5 and verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. So what end is it for you? So you have to understand yourself. You have to sit back and examine yourself and say, am I doing what I need to do every day in order to earn my spot? Am I doing what I need to do to please the Lord and it's pretty much get right? Okay? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So everybody think that when the Lord comes back, it's going to be all rainbows and flowers.
Ooh. Got a definition for you, man. It says darkness in the etymon online. It says absent of light, darkness, sinfulness, wickedness, you know, blindness, according to physical, mental, and spiritual. So, you know, it's not going to be any wisdom out here, you know. It's going to be straight wickedness, you know, killing, mass death. Yeah, mass death, you know.
God. Verse 19. Wait, Salakia. Okay, yeah.
One more time, Salakia. Another definition. It says an unenlightened state. So, you know, according to the scripture, what's that? I think it's Isaiah 33 and 6, you know, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time, you know. So the men, women, children that believe in the Lord, they're going to have wisdom and knowledge, you know, and they're going to have fear in the Lord. So they're going to be okay, you know.
Yeah,
but
think Salakia cutting you off. You got
you good. But the people that don't trust in the Lord, they're gonna be in an unenlightened state. You know, they're gonna be as beasts. You know, doing whatever the hell, shit. You know, being dumb out here, rioting, ravaging stores, but eventually gonna get killed off. You know.
Come on. Verse 19. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, and went into the house and laid his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. So pretty much it's saying, in that day, no matter where you run, you can't escape judgment. In that day, you might go inside a crib. Next thing you know, it's a whole group of people that you don't know that's really on that with you now. Or you might, think somebody that you with is really good, but next thing you know, they already like stabbed you in your back. Or you have, you think you're going to go into a bunker and escape the nukes. No matter where you run, the Lord is going to get you and give you what you need. So pretty much, when I mean what you need, pretty much saying what you deserve. Either if you've been righteous, you're going to get mercy. But if you've been bad, you're going to get judgment.
Calm.
Okay. Oh, verse 20. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? Pretty much, like my brother said, no wisdom. 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not.
I'll be good on that.
Yeah, that's good.
Let me see what you got. Did you get Jeremiah 15 too?
I don't think I did it. Did you?
No, that was the last video. Yeah, we still got 2 more pieces. I'll read it for you. This is Jeremiah chapter 15. We said 22.
No, 2.
Jeremiah, Salaki. Jeremiah 15 and 2. Let me see if we start verse. No, we start verse 2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth?
So, who is that? Who is that saying that to? That's going to be into the prophets. They're going to be knowing who the prophets were. They're going to be looking for them, but they shall not find them. And if they do see somebody, this is going to be what the Lord is going to tell them, tell him, or tell all the people that come to him.
Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith Yahweh, such as are for death, to death, and such as are for the sword, to the sword, and such as are for the famine, to the famine, and such are for the captivity, to captivity.
The first one, he said death to death. Pretty much mean if you're going to die, you're going to die. But they're going to be some who get saved. And then what was the next one?
Sword.
So you have the ones that are going to die to the sword. That's going to be the jab. That's going to be the pretty much the gun, the nuke. What's next? What was the next one?
Famine.
That's the food. The shelves are going to start being empty. You're going to start seeing a lot of things going south. Monday you might walk in and look, it's like a ghost town. Everything done been ran over. You might see a bag of Skittles on the ground. That's it. Nothing else. Maybe that. What's next? What is that?
That's pretty much it. I had a precept. I can't think of it. It's shall be on the ground as dung. Let me see. I think it's. Let me see. This is the right one. 25. This is Jeremiah 25 and 32. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation. So it's going to be all over, evils, bad. Evil pretty much mean a bad time, ill times. And it says, a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth, and the slaying of Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth.
So he's sweeping. That's the time of the harvest. That's the time when he's going to separate the wheat and the tares. You need to decide what side you on. Because the Lord say he don't like anything lukewarm. And that lukewarm means pretty much mean you think you can have 1 foot in the world, 1 foot in with the Lord. It doesn't work that way. You have to fully commit.
Neither gathered nor buried, they shall be upon the ground. They shall be dung upon the ground. So they're gonna be like shit on the ground. You see, if you watch all the Purge movies, anytime the Purge started, after the fact, you see all these dead bodies, on the ground, so much that they can't be buried, and that's how it's gonna be everywhere in the world,
Just rotten.
Yeah, exactly, rotten, and the main place where destruction is gonna be is in Babylon the Great, so-called America, United States, because that's where all the wickedness truly roots from, in this world, under Esau Edom, because it's the mother of harlots, and all the nations looking to her. Every nation look up to the United States. We could get Daniel 12 and
What was that? 12 and what?
1, 12 and 1, and then make an end off at Proverbs 1 and 22.
Yeah.
We're gonna get Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time Michael shall stand up, the great prince was standing for the children of thy people. So Michael the archangel, the archangel of war, shall stand up for the people of Israel, the elect of Israel, because there's going to be a time like we never seen before. There's going to be so much destruction, killing, it's going to be famine out here,
God.
Unless you have spiritual powers that the Lord grant you, Lord willing, that's us,
Lord willing.
The Lord's going to have to send the angel of war to defend us, because Esau Edom, is going to come down it's going to come down with great wrath according to Revelation 12 and 12,
It's all going to happen in like a blink of an eye. The ones that's supposed to be saved gonna get saved in the blink of an eye, as the other angels are pulling up at the same time, cracking the sky. All the things are gonna be happening within 1 hour.
You know, it says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found in the written of the book, found written in the books. You know,
He gonna break their yoke. He finally gonna let you out of this prison, this flesh, this earth. And he's gonna bring heaven down to earth. He's gonna be a pillar in it.
We could end off Proverbs 1:22. We can start off with verse 20, Proverbs 1:20. Wisdom crieth without; she uttereth her voice in the streets.
So what is that wisdom and where is she crying? What does it mean by crying without uttering her voice in the streets? The Lord has granted these prophets this knowledge. They pretty much told them to go to the highways and byways and tell them and warn them. So that's what it means by crying out. This truth is going out. No matter what, even if they're not there, if they're driving by, somebody heard it. Some way, you're going to hear this.
Even on the internet, you know, YouTube and other websites and stuff. Other social media sites, you know. There's brothers on every media site, you know. On the four corners of the earth, you know. This word and knowledge, you know, is going forth.
He said, and then the crazy part about it is, this is how you know it's the word. He said, I don't even need you. I can make the rock speak. So no matter what it is, it's going to come out.
It says, verse 21, she cried from the chief place of concourse.
What's that? That's the market. That's the most busy place. The entrance of everything.
Yeah, it says, it says she calls to the crowds along the main street, you know. So the hotspot of the city, you know.
Exactly. Just like, it's another precept. I can't think of what it is. It's, we have piped to you and you have not danced. Pretty much, we have told you this truth. Well, why are you not excited? Why are you not wanting to run and come do this?
Yeah, it's good news, you know.
Exactly.
Glad tidings, you know. It's good news because this word is our deliverance at the end of the day, you know. It's words of our deliverance. Why wouldn't you be happy, you know? Because it's, you know, this truth is likened to a song, you know.
Exactly.
It says, verse 21 again, she cried in the chief place of concourse and the openings of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will love simplicity.
Pretty much the state of what you're doing now. The normal thing that you like to do. Stand in the dung, stay in the base.
You know, and initially being foolish, you know.
Exactly.
Initially being foolish. So how long will our people remain simple, you know, being foolish? And it says, and the scorners delight in their scorning. So how long will our people be trolls? You know, that's the modern day word for mocking, you know.
Exactly.
How long will you be a troll? And I always think this in my head, you know, a troll ain't gonna survive, you know. That's what I always think, because it's the time to be funny, you know, and it's time to, you know, lock in. But these people, they always think everything is funny.
They're carnal.
When it's not a game. This truth is not a game, you know.
They're carnal. They don't see the future. They don't see the vision. They don't believe.
It says, and fools hate knowledge. Our people reject it, you know, according to Hosea, what's that, 4? I believe it's 4 and 6, I believe. Our people reject knowledge, so the Lord's going to reject them, you know.
All you ever heard growing up, if you don't want somebody to find something, if you don't want them to know something, where you going to put it? In a book. Because they're not going to look.
And that's our people, you know. They reject knowledge. And they think knowledge is foolishness. So they'd rather stay abased and be carnal.
Did the Lord not say lean not on thy own understanding?
I think that's in chapter 2 or chapter 3. It says, turn ye at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and you refuse. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded.
Exactly. So you have the prophets out here on the highways and byways telling you this wonderful news, and you continue to look at them. sometimes you spit at them. Sometimes you pretty much tell them, get a job, you bum. And pretty much reject them. You're not rejecting them, you're rejecting the Lord.
Scoffing.
Exactly.
Scoffing. You know? In the book of Zechariah, it says the same thing. Our people pulled away the shoulder from the Lord, you know? From the words of the Lord and the prophets, you know? It says, verse 25, but you have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof.
So the Lord pretty much told you, come with me and I can tell you how to get right. I can help you get right. You said, nah, I'm cool. I don't need it. You don't need a physician. And what the Lord told the Pharisees, the Sadducees, or the scribes?
He was like,
go to those that need a physician.
But pretty much he was like, it seems like you guys don't need one.
Exactly. You don't need to be healed. You don't need me. You good.
Exactly. I'll get verse 24 and 25 in the NLT. It says, I call you so often. You know, we on the highways and byways, you know, Fridays through Sundays, you know. Exactly. We doing live shows, you know, all throughout the week. Brothers be doing live shows literally every day, you know. It says, but you wouldn't come. You wouldn't hearken, you know. You wouldn't pay attention. It says, I reached out to you. How you reached out to us, you know, by prophesying. But you paid no attention. You ignored my advice and rejected the correction that I offered.
Exactly. You pretty much said, what's it called? If you can't show me it, I'm not believing it.
That's a goofy way to live. That's a goofy way to live, man. You can't please the Lord without faith.
We walk by faith, not by sight.
Verse 26 in the KJV, it says, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
The same way he was laughing and joking at us when he was teaching his truth is the same way the Lord gonna laugh at you when you're going through hell. And that hell meaning pretty much the standard of what's going on. That death, that no food, nothing pretty much going your way.
Verse 26 in the NLT, it says, so will I laugh when you are in trouble.
Exactly.
I will mock you when disaster overtakes you.
I'm
gonna go back into the KJV in verse 27. It says, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
Exactly. It's like pretty much every time, think about those people that get shot. Oh, they ain't no deathbed. Lord, please help me. Lord, please help me. But as soon as they good, they don't even think about him. So this time the Lord said, I got something for your ass. I'm not gonna answer you.
Yeah, people are degenerates, you know. It says, they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Exactly.
Verse 29, for they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. They were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices.
Exactly. So what you reap, you sow. That's like pretty much what the Lord said in, what is it? Hold up.
What is that?
It's what you reap, you sow. And the Lord, what did he say? I just lost it.
Be good. So pretty much, yeah, like brother saying, whatever you reap, you sow. You know, whatever your actions are, that's gonna be your demise or your salvation. You choose.
Oh, okay, I got it. It's Ezekiel 12:23. It's like it. Okay, I'll get straight to the point. Ezekiel 12:23. Tell them, therefore, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will make this proverb to cease. That proverb he was speaking of is pretty much the people going around the world saying, that's not going to happen in my time. I'm cool. I'll come back at the end of my life and and finally come to give myself over to the Lord. Continuing on. He said, I'll make it to cease. Pretty much saying the Lord is never going to come. The Lord is not going to stand the way he said. So on that day, he going to, I bet what I say is going to happen right then and there. Okay, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. So it's pretty much, you're not going to be able to use this because everybody's going to be seeing it. Everybody's going to be involved in it, experiencing it. But say unto them, the days are at hand. What are the days? These are the days of Jacob's trouble. And the effect of every vision. So everything that the prophets have been pretty much saying, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. All of the effects are going to start settling in.
Mm-hmm.
For there shall be no more any vain vision for nor for flattering divination within the house of Israel. So no more that boo-hoo, all right, I got this false idol. No, I got this. I'm straight. I don't, let me see. Let me read it again. For there shall be no more any vain vision or flattering divination. So pretty much no more, I'm leaning on this. None of that's going to be not going to be going on anymore. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. So like I said again, the Lord pretty much said, everything that I say shall happen. Famine, boom, it's going to happen. Death, you're going to die right now. Different things are going to be happening to you, you're not going to be able to escape it. I will speak, it shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, said the Lord Yahweh. So pretty much, since you want to turn your hand away from the Lord, he said, all right, bet. That's the days where I'm not going to reach my hand out anymore. That's the days you bad? All right, let's see how bad you are.
Like the scriptures say, rough comparison, you know, it says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely pretty much it will surely happen, you know.
Verse 26, and again the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they, the house of Israel, say, the vision that they said, the vision that he saith is for many days to come. He prophesieth of the times that are far off. So pretty much that's what they're saying. My grandma said that it was going to happen. They said it was going to happen. It's not going to happen anytime soon. That's how they really thinking. Okay? Verse 28, therefore say unto them, thus says the Lord Yahweh, there shall none of my words be prolonged any longer, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, said the Lord Yahweh. So pretty much at that point, nukes, concentration camps, famine, sword, all of it. It's going to happen.
So we're going to finish this off in Proverbs 1, 32 and 33. Turn the lesson off. It says, verse 32, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. So, you know, you got it.
Exactly. So pretty much the ones that took the Lord and made him your covering are going to be ones that can be saved. But the ones that trusted in the shadow of Egypt, once again, those are going to be the ones that have to go through it.
Simple way to put it. Man. You know, we're going to end off by giving our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Ruach double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught the truth and who rule well, you know. Salutations to the men out there teaching the truth, and the men, women, and children out there that believe, you know. So with that, you know, we're going to say Abba Bar, you know, Shalom. Till next time.
Every 2023.